Every morning before dawn, when the coastal village of Mariner's Cove still slept, old Elias would push his small wooden boat into the silver sea. His boat wasn't like the others. While the younger fishermen had modern trawlers with nets that could swallow whole schools of fish, Elias had a simple rowboat and a single fishing line. Every evening, when the other fishermen returned with boats overflowing with glistening catches, Elias would return with exactly one bucket of fish. Not two buckets, not half a boatload, one wooden bucket, filled to a precise line he had painted inside years ago. The villagers had various theories. Some thought he was lazy, some thought he'd lost his skill with age, some thought he was secretly wealthy and fished only for pleasure. Young Liam, whose family owned the largest fishing fleet in the village, decided to find out. One evening, as Elias was cleaning his single bucket of fish on the dock, Liam approached. "Why only one bucket, old man?" Liam asked, not unkindly but with genuine curiosity. "With your knowledge of these waters, you could catch 10 times that." Elias smiled, his face a roadmap of wrinkles earned from 60 years of sea winds. "What would I do with 10 buckets?" "Sell them," Liam exclaimed. "Make money, buy a bigger boat, catch even more." "And then what?" Elias asked, continuing to clean his fish with practiced, economical movements. "Then you could retire, sit on your porch, enjoy life." Elias looked up, his sea blue eyes meeting Liam's ambitious ones. "I'm enjoying life now." Liam couldn't understand. In his world, more was always better. More fish meant more money. More money meant more things. More things meant, well, he hadn't thought that far, but surely it meant happiness. He decided to show Elias the modern way. "Come fishing with me tomorrow," he offered. "See how we do it now." Elias agreed. At 3 a.m., they boarded Liam's gleaming trawler with its electronic fish finders and massive nets. By sunrise, they had caught what would have taken Elias 3 months to catch with his line. As the crew hauled in the overflowing nets, Elias watched silently. He noticed the young fish mixed with the old, the breeding fish caught mid-cycle, the bycatch of creatures that would be discarded. "See," Liam said proudly, spreading his arms over the mountain of fish. "This is how you do it." Elias nodded slowly. "And what will you do with all these?" "Sell them to the processing plant, of course." "And then what?" "Then we'll go out and catch more tomorrow." Elias looked at the horizon where the sun was rising. "When I was your age," he said quietly, "we fished the same grounds my grandfather fished. The fish were bigger then and more plentiful." Liam shrugged. "Times change. We have better technology now." "Do we?" Elias asked, but Liam was already shouting orders to the crew. Weeks passed. Liam noticed something troubling. The catches were getting smaller. They had to go farther out to sea. The fish were younger, smaller, but he pushed harder, bought more advanced equipment, fished longer hours. One evening, exhausted after another disappointing haul, Elias found Elias sitting on the dock watching the sunset with his one bucket of fish beside him. "I don't understand," Liam admitted, sitting heavily next to the old man. "We work so hard. We have all the best equipment, but it's getting harder, not easier." Elias pointed to his bucket. "See this line?" He indicated the painted mark inside. "My grandfather taught me this. Only take what you need, leave the rest for tomorrow." "But that's not how business works," Liam protested. "You have to grow, expand, compete." Elias picked up a fish from his bucket. "This fish fed me today. Tomorrow, I'll catch another. The sea has fed my family for 4 generations, not because we took everything, but because we left enough." He continued, "You young ones with your big nets, you're not just catching fish, you're catching tomorrow's fish and next year's and your children's." Liam looked at his own empty dock where his trawler usually sat. It was out searching for fish that were becoming increasingly scarce. "What should I do?" he asked, the frustration clear in his voice. "Start with one bucket," Elias said simply. We live in a world that screams more, more, more. More money, more possessions, more success. But true abundance isn't about how much you have, it's about how much you need. True wealth isn't measured by what you accumulate, but by what you can gracefully leave behind. Elias's one bucket wasn't a limitation, it was a philosophy. It was understanding that enough is a destination, not a temporary stop on the way to more. It was recognizing that sustainability isn't just an environmental concept, it's a life principle. Sometimes having less means having more. More time, more peace, more continuity, more legacy. Sometimes the wisest choice isn't to expand your capacity to take, but to refine your understanding of what's truly enough. If you're tired of chasing more and ready to discover what enough truly means, subscribe to Life Lessons for weekly stories about meaningful living. Click the bell to cultivate contentment in a world of constant wanting. In the comments, share what's one area of your life where less might actually mean more. Your insight might help others find their balance.